everyone, I'm Lucy and welcome back. Today I'm just gonna teach you restaurant English. I'm going to take you with me to a real restaurant. Imagine we're in New York, we're hungry, and the restaurant smells amazing. People are chatting, the waiter smiles. Now, what should we say? Let's find out! The first mistake many English learners make is thinking the conversation starts when they order food. It doesn't. It starts the moment you walk through the door. And if you know what to say here, you'll immediately sound more confident. Please don't say, I need a table. Can native speakers understand you? Sure, but it sounds a little cold. Instead, say, hi, do you have a table for two? Or, we'd like a table for two, please. Or, could we get a table by the window? That sounds much friendlier and native. So if you're alone, say, just one, please. If you're with one friend, table for two, please. Family, table for four, please. Easy, natural, exactly how natives speak. Now let's learn one more expression here. The host says, right this way. What's the meaning of this? It means please follow me. And you'll hear this expression in restaurants, hotels, clinics, even airports. So remember it because native speakers use it all the time. And here's another sentence that English books don't usually teach you. The waiter might ask inside or outside. That's all. Just they mean, would you like to sit indoors or outdoors? And your answer can be inside, please. Outside would be great. Or if the weather is nice, you can say outside, please. And now let's make your English sound expensive. Imagine there are many empty tables and most learners point and say, I want that table. Instead, native speakers usually ask, could we sit by the window? Or is it okay if we sit outside? Do you have a booth available? Wait, what is booth? A booth is that comfortable sofa-style eating next to the wall. You see them in movies all the time, and if you want one, you should say, could we have a booth, please? Now, here is a word that every traveler should know, available. Instead of asking, is there an empty table? Try saying, do you have any tables available? It sounds much more natural. For example, do you have anything available for two? This is perfect. And here's another native phrase. Sometimes the restaurant is full and the waiter says, I'm sorry, we are fully booked. Don't panic. What's the meaning of fully booked? It's not only for hotels. Restaurants use it too. And it means there are no tables left. Another phrase you might hear is, there is about a 20-minute wait. Notice, they don't say, wait for 20 minutes. They say, there is about a 20-minute wait. And that's a very common expression. Now, imagine you didn't book a table and the waiter asks, do you have a reservation? This is one of the most common questions in restaurants. If you booked online or by phone, say, yes, it's under your name. Or, yes, I booked a table for 7 o'clock. Here is a phrase native speakers use all the time. It's under Lucy. And that means the reservation was made using the name Lucy. Please don't say my reservation name is Lucy. People will understand, but native speakers almost always say it's under Lucy. It's short, natural, and professional. And here's one last tip before we sit down. Never rush into speaking. Start every interaction with something simple like, hi, how's it going? Or good evening. Or even just, hi there. It instantly makes you sound warmer and more natural. English isn't just about grammar. It's about making people feel comfortable talking to you. Now let's order our food. This is where many English learners make small mistakes that immediately sound unnatural. Let's fix them. Please don't say, I want a cheeseburger. It's understandable, but it sounds too direct. Instead, say, I'd like the cheeseburger, please. I'll have the cheeseburger. Could I get the cheeseburger, please? So, which one should you say? I'd like is polite and works in every situation. I'll have, use it when you've already decided and you're sure about your decision. Could I get, it's very common in American English and you'll hear it everywhere. Don't forget, please, compare these two sentences. I'll have a Coke, please. One word makes you sound much more polite, so use please. So now let's order some drinks. Instead of saying I drink orange juice, say I'll have an orange juice. Could I get a glass of orange juice? I'd like a bottle of still water. Okay, so notice the difference. You're ordering, not talking about your daily habits. And here's a phrase that native speakers use it all the time. I'll start with, for example, I'll start with the tomato soup. I'll start with a salad. It means this is the first thing I'd like to order. It's very common in restaurants for appetizers. So appetizer is your starting dish. And now asking for recommendations. Instead of asking the waiter, what's good? Try these. What would you recommend? What's your most popular dish? What's the house special? What's today's special? These questions sound much more natural. And there are some restaurant vocabulary you actually need. Instead of learning random food words, learn these. Appetizer. In US, in starter, in UK. It's the first small dish. Main course, the biggest part of your meal. Dessert, sweet food after the meal. Side dish, something served with the main course. For example, fries, rice, mashed potatoes, salad. And house special, a dish the restaurant is famous for. Chef's special, a special meal recommended by the chef. And here's a native tip. Sometimes the waiter says, would you like to start with any drinks? That doesn't mean he's only asking about drinks. He's asking, what would you like first? And a natural answer is yes, I'll start with a lemonade. Now, instead of saying no onions, you can say, could you leave out the onions? Or no onions, please. Both are common, but the first one sounds more natural. And another useful expression on the side is that, could I have the sauce on the side? Or could I get the dressing on the side? This means you want it served separately, and it's really common. So now, if you want to make changes to your order, instead of saying, change fries, try this. Could I substitute fries for a salad? Could I swap the fries for mashed potatoes? These are two excellent verbs, substitute and swap. It means to change, to make changes in your order. And remember them. So if you have an allergy, this is extremely important. Please don't say, I don't eat peanuts. Please be specific and say, I'm allergic to peanuts, or I have a nut allergy. Does this contain dairy? And is this gluten-free? These sentences can be very important when traveling. And now let's talk about cooking. The waiter may ask, how would you like your steak? Here are the most common answers. Rare, medium, medium well, well done. If you don't know what to choose, medium is usually a safe option. And there are some useful collocations here. Don't memorize single words. Learn them together. For example, place an order. Take someone's order. Order food. Order drinks. Highly recommended. Freshly baked. Perfectly cooked. Well seasoned. Rich flavor. Homemade soup. These combinations make your English sound much more natural. And don't say this, give me some water. Say, could I have some water, please? Bring me ketchup. Could I get some ketchup, please? And say, could we have some more bread, please? So, one more native speaking expression. Sometimes you'll hear, are you ready to order? If you're not ready, don't just say, wait. Instead, say, could we have a few more minutes, please? We are still deciding. We need a little more time. And these are exactly the phrases native speakers use. Now you've ordered your food and the waiter says, would you like anything else? Instead of saying no, try this instead. No, that's all for now, thank you. That's everything, thanks. I think we're all set. We're all set is one of the most natural expressions in American English, and it means we don't need anything else. You'll hear it in restaurants, stores, and even the airport. And if you need an extra item, please say, could I have another fork, please? Could we get a few more napkins? Could I have another glass, please? So native speakers almost always say, could I have or could we get? Remember this. And now, let's learn these words. Ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, hot sauce, soy sauce, barbecue sauce, salad dressing. Now, learn the sentence. Could I get some ketchup, please? Could we have some hot sauce? May I have some extra dressing? Sometimes restaurants offer free bread, and this is called complimentary bread. Complimentary doesn't mean someone is praising you. It means free. And you may also hear complimentary dessert, complimentary drink. And remember this word because hotels use it too. And one word every traveler should know is refill. The waiter may ask, would you like a refill? That means, would you like me to fill your drink again? In many American restaurants, soft drink refills are free. And people often say, yes, please, I'd love a refill, or no thanks, I'm fine. And also we say take away or to go. American people say to go, like, can I get this to go? And British people usually say take away. Can I get this to take away? Both are correct. And leftovers, don't waste your food, take it home. Native speakers often say, could I get a box for the leftovers? Or could you box this up for me? And to go box, you'll hear this all the time in the US. To go box. And phrasal verbs that you need are eat out. If you want to eat at a restaurant, you can say, we eat out every Friday. And dine in. To eat inside the restaurant, for example, is this for dine in or to go? And it's somehow the opposite of to go. Pick up, to collect your food. For example, I'm here to pick up my order. Box up, to put leftover food in a container. For example, could you box this up? Warm up, to heat food again. For example, I'll warm it up later. Finish off, to eat all your food. For example, I couldn't finish off my burger. Fill up, to become full. For example, the bread filled me up. And there are some collocations that native speakers use. Don't say the food is very delicious. Say, it's perfectly cooked steak and rich flavor, fresh ingredients, homemade pasta, and mouth-watering dessert, crispy fries, tender chicken, creamy sauce, light dressing. Native speakers love these combinations. And now, talking about the food, instead of saying it's delicious, try these. It's absolutely delicious. It's amazing. It's cooked perfectly. The chicken is really tender. The sauce is full of flavor. Everything tastes fresh. This is one of the best burgers I've ever had. If you don't like the food, be polite and don't say it's bad. Say, I'm sorry, but I think there is a small problem with my order. I believe this isn't what I ordered. My steak is a little overcooked. My steak is blue. It means it's rare. And would you mind checking this for me? I think this was meant for another table. These sound respectful and professional. So now we've learned how to enter a restaurant, order food, and communicate confidently. Now let's learn the expressions that make you sound like a native speaker. These are the phrases you'll hear in movies, TV shows, and real restaurants. When you're ready to leave, don't wait forever for the waiter to notice you. Simply make eye contact and say, excuse me, could we have the bill, please? Or can we get the check, please? Both are correct. Just remember, bill is for British and check is for US. And paying together or separately, if everyone pays for their own meal, you can say, could we split the bill, please? Or separate checks, please. And if one person is paying, you might hear, one check? Simply answer, yes, one check is fine. Imagine you're having dinner with a friend. Instead of saying, I'll pay, native speakers often say, it's on me. Or my treat, I'll get this, I'll pick up the bill. Or in American English, I'll pick up the check. And another expression you'll hear is, don't worry about it, I've got this. That means relax, I'm paying. And about tipping, in many countries, especially the United States, leaving a tip is expected. You might hear, is the service charge included? Or does the bill include the tip? If not, people often leave a tip for good service. And useful phrase is, keep the change. Imagine your bill is $18 and you hand over $20. Instead of waiting for the $20 back, you can simply say, keep the change. And also, there are some other expressions on the house. If something is on the house, it means it's free. For example, dessert is on the house tonight, and that means the restaurant is giving it you for free. And bottomless coffee. Some restaurants offer unlimited coffee. They call it bottomless coffee. You'll also hear unlimited refills. That's it for today's lesson. Now you know how to enter a restaurant, order naturally, ask for change, understand native speakers, pay the bill, and use expressions that most learners never study. The next time you travel, you won't just speak English. You'll sound confident doing it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to see other lessons. And I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye!